So recently I started playing a career mode and trying to make things a bit easier but then more realistic, and it just wasn't really working. The early career stuff, trying to do it unmanned when you don't have the parts, trying to do a no landings challenge, it just really wasn't working out very well, and it also wasn't very fun. As you can see, I've had quite a few instabilities in my early plays, but you'll also see in a moment that when going to look at, yes, the research, I have way too much funds and research, and I'm not really able to do anything particularly useful with it. So, tumble we go, and I kind of just gave up on this career because it actually turned out it was pretty boring. And so here we have something inspired by the B1, but a little bit different, very small plane. The wings are fairly flimsy, and sorry about the lag as things load in. This is my first attempt landing it. Ooh, that's a hard hit, but stable enough, kind of going near the edge, don't want to overrun the runway, okay. And unfortunately turned a bit too hard. Fortunately, even with the slight instability, she lands alright. And this is an SR-71 after I flew it a little too high, a little too fast, and the cockpit blew up and the Kerbal that was in control died. So now you get to watch it go down slowly to death. And yeah, kind of broke the audio in the game too. Static. And next up we have a clip demonstrating a bug with asymmetric properties on the limiters of robotic parts after reloading to the runway after this thing blew up and crashed the first time I tested it. And this is another design someone else made that I was trying to land, and it was a little bit difficult. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to land it alright, and I realized I was coming at a hill very quickly. But it touched down alright, and safely came to a stop. You know, eventually. I also started doing this thing recently where I just turn off all the engines on a craft when I have it landed, just because I don't like them just running there. And finally, you get to see someone's V-22 Osprey that, yeah, it kind of kerploded a little bit, and it's very glitchy, as you can see, wibbling and wobbling every which way and flinging pieces of itself off. But yeah, that's the random shit I've been up to in Kerbal Space Program.